Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Planet Nomads. So, I've had some interesting things happen. As you can see, my base looks a little different, and that is because this is a brand new base. What happened was I had my base completely built up, 2 floors plus a ceiling. The rooftop I could use to land my little flying vessel here I've got going. And then I built a pad that came off as a separate landing pad. All of it connected fine. Saved the game, closed out a couple of times and reloaded the game, no problems. And then suddenly I load one time and something happened with the physics because the base flips over every time I tried to load the save there. Kills me every time too. So I finally had to just go ahead and start over. So I built this little floating platform, and you can see there are legs. There's little struts that actually go down into the water that are built into the ground. They're actually below the ground level, so they're embedded in the dirt, so they will not hopefully flip. And this is the floating foundation from my previous floating base. Now, what's interesting, and I saw this happening, I didn't know for sure if it was actually the case or if it was just a kind of a placebo effect, but where it is now, when I finished building it right here, the new base, this was actually partially underneath the platform before I put the post in that corner. And it's over here now. There is some kind of tidal element or something that causes it to float further away, because I felt like I was getting further away from shore, and then I realized, yes, I am. So what I've got is pretty much everything broken down except for the foundation, and I am going to finish taking some of this stuff apart for supplies. But I think what I want to do, because I do have this marker here, I'm going to ultimately leave that on, and we're just going to see how far out this thing goes in the water here and just see what happens, because eventually that's where I would have ended up with my floating base had it not flipped over. And I was having some other issues with it too. Well, bouncing thing, wobbling thing to do with the chunks loading of the terrain and everything when I came back into the area, which is also causing a problem with my auto miners, my little mining rigs. They are not staying actively loaded when I leave the area, so it's really kind of iffy where I have to be. It's not just visual range, and it's not a 2-kilometer range. It seems to be whatever point it decides to start unloading the chunks around an area, they stop working because it unloads the terrain, and at that point it treats it like there's nothing there. It's just dirt, so I get no resources. So what I've actually done is I've built a experimental type setup. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it this way, but I've rebuilt this here specifically so I can land there and stay for a while. So as you can see, I have my little flying cargo vessel type craft here. It doesn't carry much right now. It just sits the little compact containers with one link between them, so top and bottom are joined. That's enough. That's 72 inventory slots at the moment. It was 4 originally. I added more. Plus that, you can see how it's imbalancing my vessel. Before it was leaning forward, now it's leaning back. I even extended the back rotors further back, and it's still doing it. So I'm gonna have to play some more with that, but I'm trying to find a very compact way to maximize storage on this. And this is my little experimental mining rig type setup. I'm hoping they fix this thing with the mining rigs offloading, or the chunks around them offloading, because I really would like to see them work similar to the auto miners in Empyrean, where they just stay running while you're not in the area, because that would just make things so much easier. But for now, until that's done, what I've created is basically this little platform. Originally, it was just the mining rig plus a large cargo box, the big cargo container, stacked on top, and a biogenerator. And basically what I did was, it worked great as long as I stayed close by, but I didn't have any place to really stand, nothing like that. So what I've done is now instead I have it built where at the moment I have spots for 2 of the mining rigs over here. I also have a spot right now for one over here because this is silver and aluminum with a tiny bit of cobalt, some iron and such. So it does help. And as you can see, what I've got here is a deuterium generator, which has more than enough power for these. So I'll probably add some more mining rigs there and some more there. There's also a silicon spot over there I'm going to expand to and just have that run it. I have the cargo box. I have a fabricator tied in. So all I have to do is, you know, everything pretty much right here that I need will be coming from these different rigs. So I can build whatever I need to expand out here. I also have a little supply box here with stuff for making the mining rigs in case I forget to bring supplies with me. And just because it does rain, and there's really no enemies around here, none of the gorilla things or whatever close by, I can just set this here and just pretty much leave the game running. As long as my food and water levels are good enough, my stamina levels good enough, I'm not being tired, thirsty, or hungry, which, speaking of, I am thirsty and hungry right now. I can just sit it here and go, you know, go to the kitchen, fit something to eat, go do some cleaning, go take a shower, whatever. I can basically leave it running, and it will just keep pumping stuff in to the large container once the all the mining rigs overflow, and then I just grab it and load it in there. I probably will expand out this way, make some kind of landing pad for that so I can just turn and dump everything in. But for now, this is the basic setup that I am probably going to be using for most of the mining platforms, at least until they have them working where they can run completely independently with you not close by. And I'll probably simplify again at that point. Today, because I've got this great flying machine, it actually goes really well, 50 kilometers an hour, all over the place. I want to go out here. I want to go this way, and maybe up this way, but closer to the equator. Maybe come back here, because I know that's desert up there. And I want to find, hopefully, a xenite vein somewhere up this way. I think that's probably where it's going to be. But I really want to explore all around this area, just up through here. And, of course, to map it, we need a radar installation at each spot. And I believe I still have it. There we are. So, nothing too fancy. Just some SC electronics and the composite parts. So, I'll need to grab a few of those. Just take that. And I need some of those composite parts. We'll take this stack here. So, I am ready to go. I have plenty of power. I have supplies for doing a radar installation. I have food and the electrolyte water, which helps a lot with not having to sleep, recharging my energy level. So, I think we're pretty much good to go for a while. That may be beach, but this is definitely desert right here. Now, I'm not sure if this section of desert is enough for a xenite vein or not. We're going to hop out and take a look. You see, I've got 3 hours of power with that. We'll bounce around, poke some holes. Oh, uranium. Is it this? Alright, give you some, oh, there you go, some uranium and titanium. So I do have some potentially closer. This is closer. That's closer because I can actually see the letter from here, whereas the other one I can't. Now I got this guy here. I'm not sure, are you friendly, buddy boy? Well, you don't care. Alright, whatever. So I have a better place now for uranium and titanium. All right, so I know where I'm coming back to. I can come here and build right here. I could build right here. Probably find another one over that way. I might be able to get a lot. I will be able to get a lot. Look at that. More. Titanium. Maybe gold. Looks like it could be gold right there. Yeah, more titanium, uranium, maybe gold in that. All right, I know what I'm doing after this episode. I am going to be building another big mining rig over here and loading it up. Maybe setting it up to be fully automatic with a uranium generator and just producing its own fuel. So here we are at this nest island. And if it was me relaying it to say like Minecraft, I would say this is like a mesa top biome. And that's very vibrant coloring on the stone there. And I realized I forgot to... Okay, stay like that. Don't do something crazy now. I forgot to put a little beacon thing on here. Because putting this on here and marking it on navigation... And of course, I don't have the electronic parts for it. Of course I don't. Oh, man. Forgot that, too. I'm gonna have to find stuff for making that as well. So, I was hoping to look and see what this biome is. Because this one, with all the little deposits there, I thought would be desert, is actually prairie. That seems surprising to me, especially with it being just a small island. Why would it be a prairie biome on an island? Let's get a good view. I like this. Looks very clear. I'm not seeing all the animals we were seeing in the other places. Oh, I do see a deposit. It does not look like it would be a carbon, silicon, iron type deposit. But we could check it out. Maybe at least get a clue to what this is. And I think... Is that a plant? I guess that's a plant, not an animal over there. Let's see what we have here. What are you? Uranium gold. Okay, so yeah, we're in another uranium top area. Oh, I would love to find a nice carbon, silicon, and iron deposit right out here next to this. Oh, so many places to come and get supplies now. I am parked right on it. So that should be easy enough to find. I mean, I've just cleared all the soil on top. Should be pretty easy to spot it when I'm flying along. You spit at me. That was very rude, and I cannot hit this thing from here. Can your spit hurt you too? Is that I just sit here and wait for you to kill yourself? Maybe that would be the best course of action against them, since I cannot shoot down straight enough to hit them like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going back that way. Don't want to go that way. We want to keep going north and see what we find. I want to find some new stuff. I want zeolite veins. I want to be able to find one of those and... Oh, distress signal. Got a distress signal. Man-made wreck. And I have completely forgotten about the fact I still have some wrecks to visit anyway. Oh, don't tell me that it's in the water. Oh, and another distress signal. I just need to pack up in this thing, carry all my supplies I need at some point, and just go, you know, round world trip. Just go all over the world. And yes, I believe I am... Unless there's some land that suddenly pops up right here. It looks like there might be. Oh, good. I don't have to go diving to find this piece of wreckage. Maybe I do have to go diving. Maybe? Yes, no? Or is that it? It's hard to see without having spotlights on this thing. Trying to keep the weight down. But I may have to put some spotlights on it anyway. Alright, see the guys. Y'all just stay over there. Oh, vehicle. Some kind of vehicle instead of base. That's alright. I can use the supplies either way. You know. Oh. How? Oh, man. Full of so much other stuff. Ooh. Ah, no. No. Not what I meant to do. I've already got a temperature shield nearly depleted. Warning, as soon as I got out. Oh. That was not what I meant to do. I did not mean to, like, impale myself on the blades or anything. I'm not sure what I actually impaled myself on there. And I used up that, yeah, electronic parts. There we go. We need that. And let's go ahead and fix this now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I think we've got to turn the navigation on for it to tell me what the area biome is. Oh, I see that over there too. Let's get this. And heard something weird. Alright, what do we have? Journal entry. So much for peaceful exploration. Almost lost my head today. Courtesy of a giant, aggressive, muscular predator. Codename Lizard Gorilla. Yes, we know what those are. Viciously attacks on sight. Had to jetpack my way out of a certain grisly demise. Multi-tool is not enough to kill a beast like that. Only makes it mad. Yeah, alright. I'm watching the language a little bit here, but yeah, you can get the point. Unpredictable shapes and temperament variable across species. Seen that too. So now, I did not mean to dig that. But at least I have a marker. Let's see. Where are we at? Yes, we are in the desert. You know what? I'm going to name this so I know what it is. Chitty, bang, 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 bang. Right? Because it's a flying car? Does that work? No? Well, we got a crystal here. And, yes, titanium. There we go. Something I've already got some stuff on. But, you know, let's look around. See if maybe there's a deposit here. Xehanort. Just random out of the ground. Apparently, my battery is depleting quickly right now. Just doing this. So, we're going to reload back. Oh! Oh! I know what that is. That is a Xehanort thing. Do I have enough? Yes, I got that. Nope, don't have enough for that. All right. We're going to need a beacon for this thing. Beacon right here. All right, you can be E. We'll just make you E. There we go. And we are back in the prairie biome, as it is being called. You know, I'm not seeing any prairie dogs. That would be kind of funny to have an alien prairie dog creature here, but not seeing it. Oh, I am seeing more of the lizard gorillas, as we have learned they are being affectionately named. Land over here away from them. How's my power? Yeah, I'm still doing good on power. Let's get this little bit of resources. Aluminum, silver, so forth. Here we go. Armor slopes. Give me some supplies. And that. Go ahead and get this stuff right quick. Let's read our journal entries. Sporadic moments of intellectual clarity. Explanations imprint themselves on this rusty brain of mine. Do what? Alright, Martian scientists, so at least at this point we've got people on Mars. Claimed life on Earth did not come from Earth and it did not happen by coincidence. Well, you know, we got people saying that life didn't come from Earth. You know, it probably came on Comet or something. Second half of the 21st century, so yeah. You know, notion achieved more recognition. DNA concept machines. Negative mass generators discovered in Mars. So we found alien technology on Mars, is what it's saying. Okay. So, maybe what we find here is that life was created. You know, it's kind of like a Prometheus type thing. And it's just a life pod, an escape pod. But I'm getting super alloy. Yes, super alloy. That's the stuff I really need because I do not get a lot of the stuff I need for that. Let's see, where we go? There we go, deposit. I knew there had to be one around here. And it appears to be just uranium, titanium, probably gold. right nearby. What is this? It's gold. So I'm finding plenty of this. I've only found one Xehanort, but at least I know where one is. I will be back to build there and find more at that point. But let's see. Let's go a little bit further. We'll go just past the current map area, and then we'll turn around and head back through a different direction. Maybe go west instead of coming back east. So I have scanned some more, and you see we've got another big ocean sea type area here. I'm also in jungle cliffs. So it looks like I'm starting to wrap back around to the areas I have already near my base. So we're going to head west and maybe a little south. Just start heading back in the general direction of this area. Kind of like over here, then back over here. See if we pick up any more interesting, blips on the map. Any new, beacons. Maybe some more alien stuff. Let's just see what we find. So I am here in pretty much the middle of nowhere ocean. I mean, there's no land around here. That's the closest I'm seeing. And I mean, this would be easy to lose your bearings if you didn't know where you were based on the map. I don't even have land to build on. So I'm going to try this. I've actually saved. Oh, yes. A good reason I saved. Because that's flipping around. Well, maybe I can still make it scan real quick before I take it off of the thing and flip everything back around. And I am burning up again. Instantly out, my temperature shield is depleted. Planet map updated, and that's because I'm right here at the equator. So apparently the equator is very hot. Not a place to be outside. And, oh no, it did not flip back. Oh, this is going to be fun. There we go. Whew. Alright, let's see. Let's get out of this hot area. Let's go back. And I like this. It's like an archipelago type thing. You see this chain up here and a chain right here and just this big underwater area. If we could actually create pressurized underwater bases in this game, that would be one really amazing thing to do right here. Instead of a floating base, build one that's actually underwater, but it's pressurized, so you go in through like an airlock, dive pool type thing, and can have maybe even submerged vessels, maybe a little small sub type thing you can get around with. Not saying you have to do it, Des, but that'd be kind of cool to add, especially with such large areas of water. At least give us a way to pressurize our bases so we can build underwater. That's all I'm saying. Just give us something like that, because look at this. All this water, all this area I could build something in and enjoy myself underwater in my own little underwater base with maybe a little submarine. A flying submarine. There you go. So I have already made it back to my base. I've stocked up on what I hope will be enough supplies to get things rolling over here at this new location I found. Some uranium, titanium, such. So I'm headed there. As you can see, I'm chasing the sun, chasing the setting sun there in the distance. Heading over here to my B marker to set up shop. I'm going to get those done. I'm also going to do a lot of work on setting up a farm over there for Xehanort and try to find some more deposits, some more veins around that section right there. They're in close proximity and getting a lot of resources going this week. I'm also going to be putting in some more work on getting the new on stilts base, not floating base, working, and I've got a bunch of ideas on how I want to do the storage for it and all the integration between the storage and the production, because basically I want everything tied together as much as possible, so I can just go and say, here, build this, and it pulls all the resources it needs and be done with it. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week. But that is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to hit that like button. Also hit subscribe, tick that notification bell, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the game, what you think about the series, and if you have any suggestions you would like to make for me. I'd love to hear from you guys as always. And I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.